Mitten Connect, where we connect business owners with the right customers. I'm Mia Maya, your host,
I'm your co-host, Rockman.
and we're here to basically provide you guys with fun tips to enhance your business. So overall, with this show, we're going to be providing from here on out 10 steps to successfully brand your business online. And we're going to be strictly talking about websites today and how basically you could attract the right customers throughout into your website, along with why and how logos are important and how to utilize them in a sense, if that makes sense. And so, Rockland, basically, with websites and things like that, and due to the fact that you are a business owner, an established business owner at that, could you tell us just a little about where have your website platform taken you as far as sales and also attraction to your brand?
Well, when it comes down to websites are everything in today's business platform
Okay.
because you can have a wide reach all over the world. You can reach people that you could have never reached any other way, if you didn't have the internet.
Okay.
So having a well-established website that you can get a lot of traffic from all places over the world is very important.
Okay, cool. And I know I communicate with a lot of different business owners and things like that, and they basically be stuck because they be like, well, how do I attract people to this website? I spend all this money on trying to make the best website, and it's just like nothing's really popping. So just to give you guys a few tips on how you could attract people to your website, me from experience, of course, I feel like if you have, well, first off, you got to know your audience. You got to know who you attracted in order to service them the best way. So who am I attracting? Why they coming to my website and things like that? Because in the inside, you got to create all the content that goes inside to attract them. You believe?
And that's called targeting your
right,
market,
right,
which is knowing who's coming to your website, your demographic of these customers that's coming to your website, and how much they're likely to spend when they reach your website.
exactly. So you just don't want anybody coming to your website. So of course, so making the best content for these viewers, making sure that you are providing the right kind of, just when they come on your website, they don't see, if you're trying to attract, say you're trying to attract different type of artists and things like that, they don't want to kind of see a lot of motorcycles. Well, probably they do, but they don't want to kind of see a lot of things that don't pertain to art on your website. That's going to draw them the other way. So that's what I mean when I say having the right kind of content. So yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
when doing specific targeting, like using tools as Facebook advertising, you can be very specific as who you want to target to get the right people to your website.
exactly, and that basically is one of the fun tips that we would like to share with you today. So yeah. So following that, we're gonna talk about kind of logos.
Okay.
So, what's your experience with logos? Because me myself, just coming up in business, it was hard to come up with the Mint Connect logo. I was taking like all year trying to study and trying to just put it together to have that right logo. Because to be honest, it was more than just what it is right now. It was a lot, too much attention.
I think it's a dope logo. It's unique. And the one thing about logos is they have to be unique. You don't want your logo to look like anything else that's out there, or else people will get you confused.
Okay, well, yeah. So it's like, okay, it's unique, but due to the fact I felt like I wanted more, a lot of people was like, okay, no, you need to stay simple. You can't, have all of this crazy stuff behind you. Yeah, you want it to stand out and pop, but if you want it to stand out and pop, why can't, why can I, build up on my logo? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
say for
sometimes
instance.
simple is more. If you can
Okay.
understand that, then,
Mhm.
it don't just take a lot to sometimes express what you're trying to say. For
Exactly.
example, look at the Nagash logo.
Mhm.
it's very simple.
Hmm.
It didn't take a lot for me to want to express the message that I wanted to get out.
Exactly, definitely. Okay, so well, there you have it, guys. Make sure that you are definitely creating right content to draw your customers into your website, and make sure your logo is simple as possible because you don't want it to be extra, and you don't want it to be extreme. And you heard it from Rockland, established business on the simplest, best designs. And then you have different companies like Pepsi and Walmart with these simple logos. So I agree. So following that, we'll be talking about upcoming events in Detroit. Also 420. Even though I know a lot of business owners kind of don't express or celebrate 420, but we gonna talk about some. Again, just talk about a little something something about it and what benefits it have. And we talking about the right kind of marijuana, not the wrong. So, and then we also be recalling to local news, and we also have a special guest. So I know you guys are all in tune for that. Yes. So you're what? Okay. So with that being said, how was your weekend this weekend, Rockland?
It was pretty good. I
Okay.
relaxed. How was yours?
It was dope. It actually was kind of dope. I've been doing a lot. I've been to a few events this weekend, two dope events. We had the Candy Apparel, which was a huge mixer. They had a lot of fashion designers, business owners in the house, photographers, just about a lot. It was a fun, like, kind of networking experience.
Yeah.
Full of business owners. So yeah, it was
Okay. Well,
definitely
I
dope.
didn't get to any events
Mhm.
this weekend, but some
Okay.
upcoming events going on are the men's conference held
Oh.
by Walk Fashion Show in New Era,
Okay.
Detroit. That's going on May 12th.
So a men's conference. Tell me a little about that. What would they be
Um,
doing there?
well, it's
Like,
gonna be talking about fatherhood, business ownership. Things
really,
that men should be talking about in the community.
really, that's real huge. So, where could we get, or could some of the dads or men or people in general that may want to connect with this event? When is it per se? Do you know when the
It's May 12th.
May
It's
12th?
at the Garden Theater, and
Hmm.
to find out any more information, just follow New Era Detroit
Mm-hmm.
or Walk Fashion Show online.
Okay, that's real spectacular. Detroit is coming up with some unique events. We are having something like every weekend. And it amazes me because here I am, thinking I'm covering the most uniquest event, and then Rockland comes shooting something I didn't even know about. So that's real dope. I'm gonna have to actually check that out myself,
Yeah,
see if I can get there and get some media coverage because that's real dope, real unique. I love
definitely,
hearing things about that, especially when it's pertaining to youth and things like that, building them up, helping, and just setting positive examples and roles in our community. So that's
definitely,
awesome.
definitely.
Exactly. So another event that I had went or covered this weekend was to come up. It was like a movie premiere, kind of a fashion show.
Okay.
Definitely kind of unique. It was different. It was down at the Charles H. Wright Museum.
Okay.
And literally, when I say it was different, it was different. I was wondering before I went, like, well, how the models and stuff gonna rip the runway? Where they gonna be coming
Yeah.
from? So when I got there, and I got the, get the full picture and see everything, I was just like, okay, this is kind of dope. This is definitely kind of dope. So,
Okay. All right. Well, it's almost time for our break, so we'll just give a shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Nagash83.com. Make sure y'all go visit Nagash
yes,
Apparel and Footwear.
yes, definitely. And I'm not the sponsor, but I am Mia Maya with the Mitten Connect. So make sure you guys follow me on all social media outlets at the Mitten Connect. And that's the Mitten Connect. And we'll see you guys in a second. Hey, welcome back to the Mitten Connect. Here we have our special guest, Akeem Taylor.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, definitely. And he's a established business owner here in Detroit. He works for an amazing company, which is a family-owned company,
Hmm.
and he also started the works up of Millennial Madness, which is a huge event. Well, actually, I'm gonna let him tell y'all about what he do with everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
First off, I want to say thank you for inviting me on this amazing show. It's definitely been the highlight of my week, and I just want to say thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Very
And
welcome.
I manage Kunnect Gardens Dental Center. It's a dental office on East 7 Mile Road, 2430 East 7 Mile Road. And it's a real passion of mine to go around to different schools and various organizations and talk about the importance of oral hygiene. And also, I like to talk about entrepreneurship,
Yes.
especially to the younger generation, because I want them to be better off than we were, and
Yes.
hopefully they won't have to face all the same challenges that we had to face.
Absolutely.
Definitely, definitely.
That's absolutely dope, and I'm definitely an advocate for that. Anything for the youth is definitely dope. And also, Mr. Rockland, I know he do something similar. He, go around to organizations and give back and things like that. So we definitely are very fond of that. And definitely, congratulations to everything you're
Thank
doing.
you, and you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So, first question we have, basically, what got you kind of started with, doing what you're doing as far as speaking to the organizations and
Uh, Honestly, it was more so just once I realized like how important oral hygiene was and all the problems that came with it. I realized that a lot of the problems were real prevalent in our community, especially like in the African American community. And I figured like, why don't people know this?
exactly.
So I kind of took it upon myself to let everybody, as many people as I could know. So and it's like everybody knows somebody who's had a heart attack or a stroke or something, and just knowing that that could have been prevented from just having the knowledge of good oral hygiene
Yes.
Yeah.
is that's like, why don't more people know this?
Now,
I guess that question is what started it all.
what do you find to be the most challenging part of your job?
The most challenging will probably be when I first start speaking somewhere, trying to capture the audience, especially when it's a young crowd. But my system for talking to them has gotten a lot better, but that's always a kind of a challenge at first because, since I don't, look like I'm like 30 or something, it might be hard for them at first to like take what I'm saying serious, but once I actually start talking, I feel like I do a good job at, capturing their attention.
Well, I want to commend you for what you're doing because it's great, and to see such a young person like yourself doing what you're doing, man. It's great, man. So I
Thank
just
you.
want to shake your hand on that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. So with this being that being the most challenging thing that you've ever faced, have you hit times where you was like, okay, been nervous to the point because this is what I'm challenging. I seem to be nervous often. Like, how do you control that? How do you control the anxiety when you hit the stage,
Oh,
or
yeah.
when you
That's a great
start
question.
the presentation? Like,
That's a great question. I just remember like who all I'm doing this for, and it's not just for me. It's for the audience. It's for the community
Right.
and my family. So just thinking about all of that, knowing I'm not doing it for me.
Yeah. And then you're doing something that you love doing, so it don't
Yeah.
even feel like work.
Yeah.
of course. And is your family, because I know like your mom is involved as well, so your family have a history of dental office. I don't know the name. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was my dad's dental office,
Okay.
and he passed it down to me.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to do more with it than just have it as a dental office.
That's
I want it to
awesome,
be
man.
more
That's
so
awesome.
of a pillar of the community kind
Yeah,
of.
that's
Yes.
awesome, man. We should see more of that, businesses
Yes.
being passed on in our communities.
Exactly. I know that's what I'm doing it for. I take everything so serious. Many people ask me like, you're so young and you take things so serious. I'm like, I want to create a legacy. I want to
Right.
be able to pass
Yeah.
down businesses to my family. I didn't come from that, but I want to start. I want to be the start of that foundation. So that's definitely beautiful.
Yeah, that's definitely something that your generation, should adapt it to and, take in fully because this is the
Absolutely.
future.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. And also, I really like to, just. Well, honestly, I want my kids, like you said, I want my kids to look at me like how I look at my parents.
Yeah.
Like, kind of be a role model, not just to them, but just to
Yeah,
the generation under me. Because we don't have too many of that.
right, exactly.
You're right. Absolutely.
So
right.
you're definitely a role model, man.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
are. Yes, you are. Absolutely. Just like Rockland, he out here, helping young people like me doing, get to the level we need to be, even though it's not family. It's people in our community that like to see or push people to become the better them. So I salute people like that. Shout out to you, Mr. Rockland, down there on the end.
And something I always try to remember, especially when it comes to business, like a lot of times blood only makes you related, but things like loyalty and support, that's what makes you family.
Definitely. See, you hear that, Rockland? Now we family. We, we
we
won.
family.
We
Yeah.
won.
It don't
Most
take much,
definitely.
man.
I know, right? The love is just,
Yeah.
crazy, And just coming into, business has been nothing but love from different people, and it's shocking, but yeah. So, thank you so much
Oh,
for,
yes, and thank
coming
you.
to our show and, being a guest. So, if you don't mind, we would like you mix you in with the topic.
Okay.
You don't?
That's
How
fine.
about first we let him give out all of his
Social media.
social media
Okay.
stuff?
Okay,
Alright, you
sorry, moving too fast. Go ahead, mister.
You can follow me on Instagram at the Hygiene King, HYGIENE. A lot of
Okay.
times people ask me how do you spell hygiene. It's
Yeah.
Instagram at the Hygiene King, and the address to my dental office is 2430 East 7 Mile Road. You can make an appointment now at 313-893-9310. And also you can follow Millennial Madness on Instagram at millennial_madness, and that's a great group of young entrepreneurs that come together and network and build their businesses together. So, come check us out.
Okay, awesome.
All right,
stuff.
cool.
Sounds
Y'all
good.
heard it. Make sure y'all go follow this man.
Yes, definitely doing big things in the community. And if you are an entrepreneur, even though we didn't touch much on that topic, he do a lot for and just about bringing entrepreneurs together to provide good deed in the community. So if you're a young entrepreneur, you're an aspiring entrepreneur, be tuned to connect with him on Millennial Madness on Instagram and also on other social media platforms. I'm telling you, they're doing positive things. They know a lot of powerful people, and there's powerful things going on. So I advise you to plug in. Definitely.
Awesome.
Yes,
So-
awesome sauce.
Now we back to our topic, right?
Yes, our topic. So basically, because we don't have much time left, can you just give the viewers just a little advice to starting up their websites and also what they need to pull in the right customers? Just
What's your point of view on websites and logos?
yeah.
And targeting?
I feel like it's a great thing to have, especially a logo, because it's kind of a representation of you on like any document or sheet of paper. Like when I see your Mitten Kunnect logo, it's so unique. I already know that's you. Like that's kind of like when I see that, I see you.
Right. Awesome.
And so I feel like it's a great representation. And with the online thing, I feel like that's a really good idea because a lot of times people don't really like to leave the comfort
Yeah.
of their homes.
Exactly.
And now they don't have to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
kind of the biggest reason why I know it's kind of off topic, but why Toys R Us went out of business because they couldn't compete with the online market.
Yeah, yeah. You got the big wigs like Amazon, who's just taking over everything.
Definitely.
And actually, you can find the gosh on Amazon as well too.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with the times.
Definitely do. Definitely do. So, ways to make sure you attracted to your customers is to make sure you're on social media, because that's where all the traffic is flowing, is through social media. So make sure at least one of your business is on that right platform where your audience are. So,
And actually
absolutely.
have
Awesome.
somebody who makes websites.
You do?
Yes,
Give him a shout out for
yes.
sure.
Shout out to John Lott. He on Instagram at Mobile Lot. He does websites. He does a great job, and I just
Awesome.
want to. I don't know his number off the top of my head, but follow him on
Yeah.
Instagram at mobile.lot. LOTT.
Awesome.
And I like to give a shout out to a couple graphic designers and logo designers. Brian Collins. I'm on Facebook, and the Cinema Guides.
Awesome sauce. Sounds great. Definitely. Well, I would like to shout out the Mint Connect, because we also do the same thing. So if you guys need any type of business services to enhance your business, from website development to logo designs to social media management to creating your content, we do just about it all. So also make sure you tune in to connect with me on the Mint Connect.
Yes, definitely. You have great content on your page.
Yes, thank you. And that concludes the show. Make sure you guys tune in the second Friday from now, which is the first Friday of May. Make sure you come in and rock with us. And again, we would like to give our sponsor a shout out, which is Mr. Rockland and Negash.
Yes, make sure y'all follow Negash on Instagram at Negash83. That's Negash 83. Negash Detroit on Facebook. And make sure y'all follow the Mitten Connect. Peace.
Peace.